on our YouTube page, and we're live, man. Hey, sorry for the late notice, guys. We are live though, and if you guys are on TikTok, you guys want to be a part of this discourse, jump on over to our YouTube. The link is definitely in the bio, and just subscribe and let's start chatting, man. This will be the last day that we do go live because we are trying to enjoy the days with our families as well. I know Christmas Eve is on Saturday, but the Cowboys are going to play on Christmas Eve, right? So let's get it together, man. We're breaking down the offense. We're going offense right now. So Ari, have you heard anything about our debate about Dakota Prescott being a $40 million contract? Before we start getting to office, have you heard anything?
What do you mean? Come on, man. Quit playing games. We had a whole segment on it, and I guess people wanted
Clarification.
clarification on what though. What I explained myself.
They
What's
want
the clear?
from what I've heard, right? Because I've been getting a lot of feedback, man, and pushback is like, hold on a minute, isn't the going rate for quarterbacks right now that have proven themselves to their teams what you know what I'm saying? You set the market. The next guy comes in and sets the market. So they're
Yep.
saying, hey, he just went by setting the market. Can you please explain why Dak does not deserve the $40 million average that he's getting right now? Why do they even want to make Dak the story right now?
Because I think when it comes to Super Bowls, that's the person who gets you there. Let's be honest, man. Um, Not only that, but I think I, I need the whole hour to explain everything bit by bit,
But
right?
me and you have talked about this previously. What you said, I think we could kind of chop it down. Just chop it real quick in pieces. So you said, hey, if I brought him in at 25 million incentivized, right?
Yep.
If you can't go ahead, because those are your words, not mine.
So I'll say this. Look, I would have brought Dak at maybe to be realistic, probably about 27 million. Then I would have incentivized his contract. Said, hey man, if you make it to the playoffs, you make a certain amount. What that amount, I don't know. 5 mil, 2.5 mil, whatever it is. You win the second round. You win the NFC Championship. You win a Super Bowl. You get a huge bonus. Those are the incentives that I would have given. Not only that, but you got to think it's really hard if you looked at the statistics. We saw it today. How many quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl? Not very many. We've had 57, I think, Super Bowls. And I think, did we break it down? I think there was like 29 Super Bowl winners, quarterbacks. That's not very many, man. So what I was trying to say is a lot of times quarterbacks are not meant to win Super Bowls, right? And that's the way it is. I think they have what did he say? 10% chance of winning the Super Bowl?
That is right now. Yes. Somebody said mute it. Now, can you hear yourself talk real quick? Can you do your own?
So what I was trying to say was, see here, I'll tell you right now. So what I was trying to say is no.
You're not muted. They're Eagle fans. They're already trolling. But go ahead.
Yeah. So what
No,
I
no.
was trying to say is that it's so hard to win a Super Bowl. I don't care who you are, man. It's so hard that I think what they needed to do was tell Dak, hey, we're going to pay you 27 million with incentives, but we need players for you to win. So we need a lot. We said it. I think you need 3 top wide receivers, right, to win.
In this offense.
You need a good defense. We need players for that. So we have to pay other players in order for them to make you reach that potential, right? That's all I was trying to say, man. It's hard to win a Super Bowl in the NFL. Brady is an anomaly, man. I don't know if we ever see it again. We might. I don't know.
You never know.
But it's hard to win a Super Bowl in the NFL. So my point was, let's get all these players, incentivize him, and get players around him, top-notch players, so we can get to that Super Bowl, right? Because a lot of teams will get stuck with these players for years and years and pay them this money and never surround them with talent, and they just wasted 10 to 12 years.
Ooh.
So
see,
that's what I'm trying to say.
That's the kind of breakdown that everybody was looking for because everybody kind of said, "Oh, he doesn't like Dak," or you know what I mean. He's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So great work on that. Jose Pais, what's up? He says, "What's up?" He's saying, "Evening, fellows. Look us up, Adam. You weren't here yesterday, man. Sup, locos? We're here, man." And Jose Pais is looks like he's agreeing with you. Incentives should be in these contracts before the big money comes.
Yep,
Let's
I
see this
agree,
out.
man.
Right now, Kyler Murray, the first pick overall by the Arizona Cardinals, is making an average of $52 million a year. Let me ask any of y'all, even Eagle fans that are tuning in, would you rather have Dak Prescott or Kyler Murray on your team? It's a good question. Harvey, if you want to chime in, please do so.
You said Kyler Murray, man?
He's making 52 mil.
No, no. For number one,
Who,
I
who would you rather have? Dak Prescott at 40 or Kyler Murray at 52 million a year?
Dak Prescott at 40.
That's that's
That's
that's the other half of people that didn't understand what you were trying to say. But hey, that makes sense, right? You're still giving them the option to get to that number of whatever the going rate is. But hey, let me bring you in at this contract incentivized and let me build a team around you so we don't have to put too much pressure on you because yeah, now that you're making 40 million, we do see now he is under the hot seat, man. People want to get on him for having what is it, 11 interceptions this season when that's not an astronomical number. If you go back, I mean, I didn't even realize this, Ari, but go look at Troy Aikman seasons, man. He had 12 TDs, 10 interceptions. He had 13 TDs, 11 interceptions. I mean, this was literally season by season, man. So if you look back at Troy Aikman's seasons, he was kind of a bit, some people could say what
yeah.
you consider overrated, man.
So Block Foley said something really, really
Shout out,
interesting.
shout
Go
out,
ahead.
no, shout out Adam real quick. He's working late, but I'm on vacation tuning in, and we appreciate you, Adam.
Yeah, bro. For real, man. Appreciate it.
And somebody said
What else did he say?
that, no, this is Jose Pais. That could be a Murray if he ran more, earn that money. Man, there's only
No.
so long you can put up with that kind
Yeah,
of.
but G Block Foley on TikTok said Dak at 40 because you know what you're getting with Dak. Murray is unpredictable. He is, man. He not only that, but I think with Murray,
It's,
like I think he was spoiled his high school and college years.
yeah, he was.
And then he came in the NFL and he acts like a child, man.
He does.
Like I could when they try to sign him, I'm like, I wouldn't sign that dude. Like I wouldn't. So I would take Dak for sure.
I'll take Dak too. I like Dak. Dak looks like he takes it serious. And when people, there's a whole bunch of content creators, run the ball, that's all you hear them do is screaming, run the ball. It's like, hey man, can you tell us, can you give us a little bit more context? Can you give us the win ratio when you run the ball X amount of times? You know what I mean? It's easy just to go with run the ball. Yes, I understand that with the Cowboys winning their dynasty years, hey, they prioritize defense and running the ball, and look at the championships they were able to get.
Yeah.
So yes, I understand about the importance of running the ball, right? Because that takes a lot of pressure off of Dak Prescott and whatnot. But hey, man, let's all get better in this community. Let's bring out the context of all these great things right here. Let's see here. Let's get caught up with some of these. You see TikTok. If you guys were over here, we'd see your comments, and you could actually see them.
They don't want hey Jerry, they don't want to do that because they don't want to show their name.
Look at that right there underneath. That's Adam right there. Had this convo at work. Pay Dak, then pay him the rest if he gets us out of the first round. Boom. You see, now this is starting to make sense. You don't say you don't sound, you know what I mean, like a Dak hater, Jose Pais, but they brag about how big and strong he is, but doesn't want to run. Man, you know what? He broke his ankle, man. So yeah, although we did see he did look good he did look good. He looked strong and good, escaping the pocket against the Texans, that crucial first down that we needed. Alex, whoa, we haven't heard from Alex no, we heard from Alex yesterday. But it's crazy he's on early with us. Troy Aikman was just different. His leadership is different than Dak. I don't know, Alex. I would have to question you on that, man.
No, it's true. He's right, man.
I don't know, man.
Dak doesn't cuss people out.
Well, no, he doesn't. But
let me tell you what, man.
Dak
is
leader.
No, he is, but he's like
a natural leader too, man.
Jerry, he's like, come on, guys, let's go, rah rah. Nah, bro, get your mother shit You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
no, bro.
yeah.
Like, he's not that guy.
I did incorporate the beep word here so he could just let it
I'm
rip.
just saying, like, he's not that guy like that.
I just never saw Troy Aikman as a vocal guy. With Dak is
Oh, yeah, he was. Troikman was
I
vocal.
always saw Michael Irvin taking care of business on the sideline for him. Should we look to draft a quarterback next year? Ooh, damn, we're already going hard and
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
people
yes,
know what's up,
100%.
man.
Yes, yes,
We talked about this like what was it 2 days ago, Harvey?
yes.
I said
Because Dak has 2 more years. That gives that guy 2 years to develop.
was it by his nombre ya con elenco bionic man now?
Yeah.
Yeah. At this point, yeah, he does have a stainless steel rod in there. No more throwing the ball to force a throw to get forced yardage. Great point, Adam. But I will say this: at that same token, it's going to be a question for all of y'all about this because do you feel that maybe perhaps Kellen Moore and Dak are trying to prove to you that they have worked on the passing game so much that by being successful and play calling passing downs or completing on passing downs, now that puts Dak in the category of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. If he went out there and aired it out for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, won the game on his shoulders, and then of course you got at the same token, you got an OC who wants to be a head coach. I mean, how can you become a head coach? Do you think that both Kellen Moore and Dak are intentionally looking to pass the ball so they could be, you know what I mean, and those names mentioned as far as Dak with the top tier quarterbacks and Kellen Moore up there with the Cal Shanahan's to become a coach's type. Uh, Joe, what's up, Joe? There are highlights out there of Aikman talking to their head coach in the late '90s for players not getting their stuff done. No, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, that was at the back end of his career, though, man. If you look at it, he was like, "Hey, man, they need to get the and they need to, and they need to shut up and block." And I've seen those. Yes, they're very epic. Adam says it's not working. Fire more now.
That's the issue, man. I
He
keep
says it
saying it.
in your voice.
I keep saying it. Fire him, man.
Ugh.
Like that's the issue. I don't think it's our players, man. It's the schemes and how we're drawing everything up. That's what it comes down to.
So there's a user going crazy by himself in the comment section. He says Zach, not Dak.
I don't listen to him though, man. He's a user 34531616. Show your face, man.
What's up, Junior
Spell
Swag?
your name. What's up? Swag. You ain't got the answers, swag. You ain't got the answers.
So, anyways, look, user.
I'm not blaming anybody. Look, man, this dude, I'm gonna talk. Look, we know this team more than anybody else.
Of course.
Like, bro, I live and breathe Cowboys.
That's
You
it.
guys always blaming someone else. What do you mean blaming someone else? It's the offensive coordinator, man. Look at what he's doing. Open your eyes. Like, what else? Like, everybody wants to blame Dak. It's not Dak. Dak was throwing dimes against the Jaguars, and the dude missed the ball and it got intercepted. Like, bad play calling. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to.
Look what Alex said. If the Cowboys had Shanahan offense, Dak would lead us to
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. It's coaching, man. And the problem is that Kellen Moore is freaking Jerry Jones' little son or grandson, whatever you want to call it, and doesn't want to let him go.
Unless Jerry is convinced Moore is not the guy, he's not going anywhere.
That's my point. It's true,
Real,
Jose.
Rev, where you at? Finally, players are too sensitive. Can't not compare Aikman leadership to Dak. Both are different leaders in their own right. Yes, correct. That is a very factual statement. Back then, I think the early '90s was the Attitude Era. That's why you see right now in the 2000s and the 2020s, you see the shape that's taking right because this is the product of the '90s, right? Which is us, right? Ramiro, Joe, Jose, Adam, Harvey, myself. We grew up in the '90s where attitude was coming around, man. Uh, Joe says it's McCarthy's fault for not taking control when things happen. It's Moore's fault for the play calling, and it's Dak's fault for not reading the defense at times and changing the play at the line. You know what? He has changed. He has changed sometimes. I mean, didn't he get a delay of game this past weekend?
Oh,
And
yeah, he did. I think he did.
And this is like we've seen in quarterbacks like Manning and Brady. And what do they all have in common? They all get rid of the ball pretty fast. And yes, Dak takes a little bit more extra time. But is it because of Kellen Moore's offense, which we talked about in the beginning when we first started the Cowboy cast and said, hey, what's up with all these options within a route, right? Because we noticed that what was it during the what game was it specifically where CD was supposed to flatten out on the route and he did it?
Yeah.
Adam says, hopefully we shake this off heading into the playoffs. Yeah, I think this is the best three games right now. I've said it over and over. Okay, Javier, how much and what do you blame Dak for? Ooh, somebody wants to know what's up.
I don't, man. I don't. That's the thing. I don't blame him for anything, other than the only thing I really blame him for is trying to take as much money as he can. But how can you blame the dude, man? Everybody's going to do that. You know what I mean? But for me, if I was a quarterback in the NFL, I would be like, I would sit down with Jerry Jones and Steven Jones and be like, look, man, what's the most can you give me, but still keep Amari Cooper, still keep some of these guys, Byron Jones, still keep some of these top notch players to win a Super Bowl? Like, what number is that? So I can keep some of these dudes and bring in more guys. What's that number? That's the only thing I have to say. I don't blame Dak for anything.
And that's the hard part, right? Is that we're trying to distinguish that and not be sound so too much on one side.
Yeah,
We want everybody to understand. What's up, B man? Y'all good? Every dog gets a bone every now and then.
that's true, man. That's true.
Alex says, I love the Cowboys though. LFG, DC for life, baby. Yes, sir. So I will say this. I could see what I think I want to understand what Jose was trying to ask, right? Like in other words, okay, you're saying you're over here saying that he's not getting. I mean, he shouldn't have got the 40 million, but now you're saying it wasn't his fault that we lost. But I think and what he was trying to ask was at what part how much blame do we put on Dak in this loss? And in this one, since the team is still relatively young at that wide receiver position, I think it's a team effort type deal, right? Because Dak made the passes where he threw the passes where they need to be. Noah Brown, you've been crafting your skills to become a wide receiver 3 in this Cowboys offense. You've earned your right. Hey man, catch that ball. Don't let these tips go through, man. If you can't catch the ball and that corner's in front of you, make sure he doesn't catch the ball. That's what I'm gonna say. A lot of these interceptions, I know, Ram, I know. A lot of these interceptions were caused by tips, which yes, could have been because Dak threw it to the wrong side. Yes, a lot of it is yes. Uh, Josepi's, but do you have trust? Dak is that guy to take us to the bowl and win it.
Yes, with the right play calling.
My
We
bad.
gotta run. We gotta run the ball, man.
Oh, okay. Now you guys can see. They just saw my behind the scenes. 40 million was yesterday's prices.
It's true, but he's not 40 million, man. I keep saying that. You can say what you want, but he's not.
And then B-Man says, don't blame Dak. The defense plays too. Yeah, you have a good defense wins championships. We've always heard that. But, I will say this lately, we've seen the trend in the NFL, and lately it's the actual quarterback that has been the one that could dissect that defense. I mean, look at Tom Brady coming into the Buccaneer situation. I mean, now he looks like garbage, but shoot, he got a Super Bowl, his seventh one.
Hey, I like this user 345317165. Man, show your name. We won't do it, buddy.
What about the defense?
He hides behind his name. He doesn't want to use his real name. You know you're scared, brother. It's all good, baby.
He said it's all good too. What is up, DC for life? Yes, sir, right here. And then Jose he's not a complete quarterback. Maybe he's not yet, but right now he isn't. Too unpredictable. And but what's this? His seventh season? Or
Yeah, seventh season. Yeah.
that's what Harv's trying to get to is like if he didn't get as very far in his first 6 seasons or should we say 5 seasons, right?
Yeah.
No, let's go 4 because he was a fourth rounder. So you're talking about 4 seasons that he had, and those 4 seasons, yeah, for about you really don't want to judge a draft pick for at least 3 seasons. So let's be fair to these are young men, man. They need to find their strength in the NFL. And when you draft somebody, you gotta give them 3 full seasons so they can see who they are in this NFL. And a lot of people are really harsh on CeeDee Lamb because he was a first round pick, but he wasn't a top 10. He was 17th pick. You know what I mean? He just fell to the Cowboys' laps. Adam says comes down to play calling, poor choice not to run the ball and go to overtime when it didn't have. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen the overcome on that one. I'm not gonna lie on that. And then Jose P's nombre Zuniga puro scrappler. Puro scrappler.
I am, bro.
We all are. So somebody says if we beat Eagles on Sunday, I don't want to hear the haters. That's swag actually. Well, let's talk about it, man, because Jalen Hurts, they made it official. And let's go ahead and do the segue.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Jalen Hurts is out. Gardner Minshew is in. So, Eagle fans, how you guys feeling about mustache mania? You know what I mean? I was trying to let mine grow out before then, but no, takes a little bit more time. I'm not. I wasn't born with the whole facial features like you guys. Um, Go ahead. I mean, go ahead. Take it away, man. What do you see in this Eagles offense that obviously the defense needs to focus on?
It's just the RP.
Hold on. Look at the look at the user you like, man. Look what he had to say.
What do you say? While with the backup quarterback, what does that mean? Okay.
Like he's saying, like now that the Eagles have their backup quarterback, now they want to pull that card on us.
What, man? Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. I don't really care, bro.
When you got so, are you saying that when the Cowboys lost with to the Eagles, that we had Cooper Rush that didn't count because that's Cooper Rush? Is that what you're saying?
No, it still counts, but I just bring out the facts. That's all. It still counts. We still lost to the Eagles. Look, I know.
Jose
Go ahead.
wants to clear up some things, I guess. He says he's a good backup. He did good in the fourth round, and he needs a quarterback coach. Actually, believe it or not, Dak actually he's had three quarterback coaches, and the one that he stuck to recently is actually a very well known quarterback coach in the entire NFL. Very well respected. But go ahead.
No, I mean it counts, man. We lost to the Eagles. It is what it is. I never said anything bad about the Eagles. You're good, man.
They're,
The
they're
only thing that I said is, and you can talk about it. Everybody's been talking about it. They're just sketchy about their schedule. That's what everybody keeps saying. That's the only bad thing I'll say about the Eagles. Other than that, they're a great team, man. You can't deny that. I never said anything bad about the Eagles. But this is the thing, man. What do they really have to play for? Do they really have to play for for anything for the rest of the season? Like, I really they have nothing to play for. You know what I'm saying? In reality, if you think about it. But with Minshew, I don't know. Like, I don't think you can run the ball like you run with Hurts.
in other words, you can't really do RPO with
I
Gronk.
mean, you can kind of every once in a while, but just not like Hurts. He's not the runner like Hurts is. That's the problem. So does your defense change? I think it does change a little bit. You know what I mean? Minshew can run though. Don't get it wrong, but he's not Jalen Hurts, man. Not even close.
Eric's detailing says now that Hertz is out, I hope the backup is ready for Parsons. So, and then of course the other user, he's just an Eagles. He's an Eagle. He's an Eagle. You guys got to win Saturday. No, we don't have to win. We already
We
clinched.
don't we don't we don't have to win, man.
We already
That's
clinched.
what everybody is saying. No, we don't have to win. Now, would I like to win? Yes.
Oh
I
yeah.
think we have a lot of issues that's going on that we need to fix. Like for sure, we got to do that. You know what I mean? So,
How's
but
the
other than that,
how's the pressure on the Cowboys? Apparently, the Eagles defense is number one in the entire freaking league. We already said it. I mean,
yeah,
you
it's
guys,
great.
you guys' success has not come from Jalen Hurts. Your success has come out of the defense and the running game. That's what it's come out of. Without that, without that, the Eagles, I'm sorry, bro, that you guys are back to square one. You guys have done a great job with your record, which has allowed you to rest Jalen Hurts. Because I tell you this, if the record was closer, if the Cowboys would have won last week, that right there, this would have been a whole total different game. And my bad, if you guys see me look off, I'm not paying attention. I'm just seeing what's up on TikTok because TikTok gets a little crazy. Adam says my childhood friend coached CD in high school and stays in contact. He even blames more for poor play calling selection. Yeah, man, we saw CD at Oklahoma. Man, he was a special wide receiver. Well, Joe says Cowboys win by 10 versus Eagles. Take the the minus 4.5 spread on a bet. Bet the house, truck, the dog, and the neighbor's dog. Put a Cowboy. That's bold, man. It's really bold. And then Jose Pérez, they just want to win one more game for home field advantage. I think they already got it right. And then of course, Swag has some explicit things for the Eagles, right? And he said it's an easy win. I will say this. I don't know. I've never been really big on karma. Although I will say this, it kind of feels like what people explain karma, right? Yeah,
Karma.
it feels like karma almost. But can you imagine? The Eagles are trying to be methodical with this approach, resting. Taking the next two games off, resting, and then they bring back Jalen. And what happens if they drop three straight? Then if the Eagle drop three straight, the Cowboys win three straight. What is the situation there?
Well, I think that a lot has to happen. I think the Niners have to lose another one. I think the Vikings have to lose in order for us to get the.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll win the NFC East, but we won't get the first round
No,
bye.
I was just saying more winning the NFC East. I don't care about the first round bye. I want the fifth seed, and I want all the smoke. Let's talk about the Eagles though. Let's talk about the offense, right? Overall, Eagles offense is it very complex offense, Harvey?
Nah, man, it's high school football, baby. That's
That's
what
all,
it is.
that's all it is, man.
That's what it
I
is.
mean,
It's work. Don't get me wrong. It's working.
it's
It's
working.
working because they got the personnel, but I think a lot of defenses tried to. I think I think it was the Titans. They tried to stop the run, and Jalen Hurts threw all over him. Other teams have tried to stop the pass, and they ran all over him. So you just got to be a happy medium, man. You got to come up with a great game plan. I think what it comes down to, you have to have responsibilities. When they run that option or that veer, whatever you want to call it, where he fakes it with the running back and takes off with it, that comes down to responsibility, man. I think a lot of players don't take that into account, and that Jalen Hurts just kills them, man, with the run. So it's a lot to, even though it's kind of a high school type offense. I think it comes down to responsibilities for the players.
That user didn't like that you said that.
It's okay. It's true though. Everybody says it.
13 and
Even some of the expert analysts say it's high school football. It is. Like it is.
So the Eric's detailing. I hope your business is doing successful right now. I really mean that. Eric's detailing says we have to shut down Devontae Smith and the other wide receiver AJ Brown. Now
Yeah.
let's get to that, right? Because from what I've seen, man, I went back, I watched the last three games of the Eagles, and with the Eagles, man, it's kind of they're a bit predictable at times, especially when they get underneath center, man. Because it's not a traditional like Dak. He gets under center, he goes three step, five step, boom. You know what I'm saying? He makes his reads, right? Depending on what the play call is. Well, anytime the Eagles go under center, it is gonna be either a run play or a play action play. There's no traditional drop back quarterbacks, man. So in that system, the O line, I would say their strength lies in pass protection more than it does in the running game, man. So we'll see, man. They do use a lot of motion, a lot of screens. They sprinkle in the RPO, but I will say this: the one person that needs to be locked into is AJ Brown because he does attack the zones in the defense. So I will say this: we all know the Cowboys are having an open competition with the cornerback opposite of Trayvon Diggs. So we know AJ Brown is going to specifically try to attack that area. So I will say this is going to be a big time game because AJ Brown is playing, and if anything, it looks like Gardner Minshew. We've always known him to be a gunslinger, even though he can't really sling the ball 90, 70 yards down the field. He's not afraid of throwing the ball. So this is going to be a good test for the Cowboys to get creative and maybe rotate the entire defense towards the opposing cornerback. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that. Adam says, "I don't want to be a first round buy. Stay on the momentum." Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then Jose País high school ball can pep rally you to the good old days, right? The pep rallies. T.Y. Hilton coming out party this Saturday,
For
vatos.
sure, man. I
I,
can't wait,
I
man. I
think
want to see what he's got.
Well, I'll tell you this because somebody said, who was it? Was it the same user that said that Maddox was going to shut down T.Y. Hilton?
That's what he said, man. Maddox. We'll see.
It's going to be interesting, man. I'll tell you this. He still has the wheels, man. Damn you, Jerry. Stop picking on Brown. Man, I really want them to throw it in Trayvon Diggs' area, man. I really want him to get back into momentum. I think if it, have you noticed anytime Trayvon Diggs or anybody on the defense for that fact that gets an interception, do you ever see how the momentum just shifts and it just oozes down to the offense, man?
Yeah.
Look at that. What's going on, guys? Wait. This guy's he was on yesterday. Black
TikTok.
Mamba. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on TikTok. Hey, appreciate the sub, man. Let's go, baby.
MLB. What is it? BLC Mamba
Black Mamba.
24.
Kobe, come on.
Oh yeah, Black Mamba baby.
Yes, sir. What do you say? I hope Dak don't force the ball to Hilton. Well, that isn't for sure, man. But I will tell you this: the one thing that was brought to my attention today, right, was obviously that about why is everybody picking on Dak, and his interceptions. And then the great thing that was brought to my attention was, hey Jerry, weren't you one of those that said that Dak needed to learn from Tony Romo and let that ball go because he protected the ball for too long? And now that you got that in Dak, you don't want that in Dak anymore? Just go put that right there and let that simmer for a couple of minutes and see if Harvey has anything to say on that.
No man, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those guys too, man. I'm like, this dude, it's
He
almost like he doesn't want to throw an interception
he
early in
didn't
his
want to throw an
career.
interception. Yeah.
And now he's throwing like, I don't care, man, just sling the ball. But you gotta be smart, man. We can't throw freaking 30 times a game. That's not gonna happen. That's not Dak's game. So as long as it's managed, that's all that matters, man.
He says, this user he's at it, bro. He's at it. AJ will bully Diggs. And I guess that's a thing for Eagles. The Flying Eagles is calling Dak Zach. But I don't know. Is that even a
I don't know. I don't know.
two interceptions? Okay, now he's making predictions. Dak is going to throw two interceptions. So I doubt it, man. I'll tell you this much right now. I'm very excited about this matchup. It's unfortunate that Jalen Hurts is not here because I know that user is going to be making the same excuses. Oh, you guys got lucky because we had our backup Gardner Minshew, right? Which Gardner Minshew was a starter for almost a whole 2 seasons in Jags, with the Jags. What does Black Mama say? Throw the damn ball away, run the damn ball.
Yeah.
Dude, he's right, man. He's absolutely right, man.
That's her strength. That's her strength.
O-lines needs to give him pocket protection and then explode with the run game with Zeke and Pollard, man. I think honestly, we've already seen, man, when we see that split 30, let's say 30 balls passed by Dak, and then that split of 15-15 with Zeke and Pollard, man, we've won the majority of those games, man. It's only on exceptions, right, that we've lost. But yeah, man, I will tell you this: this will be, if anything, this is one of those games where I was really hoping that Jalen Hurts could be there. Obviously, they've done enough. 13-1 is a great record. They've had a great season. Yada yada yada, and they can rest their starters, man. I understand. Hey, they deserve it, but I really wanted to see this because I think that Dak needs these repetitions, man, especially those late game reps that we got with Houston and with Jags. Hey, in the Jags, that one he got punched in the chin, but hey, he got back up. I think the more you do this, the more of those in-game reps you get, I think it's only going to make you better for the long run, especially during the playoffs. Harvey, would you agree with that statement? Yes or no?
100%. 100%.
We need a huge tight end showing this game. Oh yeah, man, we should be
He,
getting Jake Ferguson should be. I think he just cleared concussion protocol, if I'm not mistaken.
they're bet. I mean, I'm wanting to say, I think the Eagles give up the same amount of passing, right, as us. I'm pretty sure it's pretty close, right, per game.
Yes, I believe.
But the thing is, man, I think in my opinion, that's where their strength is, man. I think I said that the last time. Their cornerbacks are really good, man. Bradbury is turning it around, but I I think even though they have all the sacks, I think it's the secondary more than the defensive line. I know the defensive line gets a sack, but the secondary should get credit, man. That's why I think the tight end should get more involved, man. In my opinion, he's right.
He goes, I will say this: when Dak is focused and the offense is clicking, we are unstoppable. I would like to see our D step up. And Adam also said we need the Cowboys of the '90s. LOL. But let's get back to what Black Mama say. He goes, I will say this: when Dak is focused and the offense is clicking, we are unstoppable. I would like to see our D step up. Now, look, I think the D has done a great job this season, man. It's better than last year's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Although the last week, that's not it's that we can't be making
Nope.
excuses. Dan Quinn
Nope.
just got out coached, man. I mean,
Yep.
Doug Peterson brought in some. I mean, some unique play calling, some great play designs to get the defense on their toes. So I will tell you this: I'm pretty sure Dan Quinn, he's one of those guys that takes every loss to the heart, man, and he really brings it. Comes ready. And what was that stat line from yesterday? I know, we had fun on the we posted on TikTok and all the social medias, but Cowboys have yet to drop back to back this season. Dak needs more confidence. If he does not make too many mistakes, then we should be good. Well, that's what I was trying to say. Like, I think that round circle, what I was trying to say was I really wanted Jalen Hurts to be in this game because I think the game would have been a lot closer. In this game, it would have been a lot closer game. And maybe we would have had that situation where Dak had to do, a fourth quarter drive or, like Harvey, like you said before, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. You need that touchdown to win the game. And you know what? It's great to see Dak has been having to do that the last two games because you need to get that battle tested, especially when you're going to make that push into the playoffs. Because the more you do that, it's like muscle memory, man. It's just like you're working that muscle memory out. Like Mamba, but we lose focus on D. Prime example last week. Okay, give me a little bit more context. Who was the outlier and on that defense that you saw them lose focus on? They want to know what you're drinking, man. Are you drinking that sweet tea?
Who's that? What was that show? Where it was all the brothers and stuff. They're old. They used to make the duck calls. What was it called? Duck something duck. Is it Duck Dynasty?
I don't remember. Oh, when they would do they would actually be like in the swamp and they'd be calling out the ducks.
I think it
I
was Duck Dynasty.
think it was Duck Dynasty.
You know the old grandpa, the old Vietnam vet. He
Uh,
drink that spiked tea.
yeah,
That's what I'm drinking, man.
that's a spike tea.
Spiked tea.
uh, let me see. Did Black Mama respond? He says everybody. Well, that's kind of still a broad situation. I'll tell you this.
Well, Jerry, I know what Black Mama's trying to say. We're going back to everybody trying to make a play. If you watch the defense, there was one where I think it was Sam Williams crashed in, and then Kirsch crashed in the same gap he did, trying to make a play. We can't do that, man. They're not containing the outside. Both of them one of them had to contain outside, but they both crashed the same gap trying to make a play, and they got washed out. So I think they're going back to their old ways of trying to make a play, man. So
I,
I know what Black Mamba is trying to say.
Yeah, I can kind of see what you're trying to say, but from what I saw was from the actual rookies themselves, Sam Williams, Damone Clark, over pursuing, not setting the edge.
Yeah.
That's where I saw a lot of this. But I mean that was some really nice play calling by Doug Peterson. I mean, he had a lot of motions and misdirections going on a play. You thought it was a simple sweep, and it ended up being, you know what I'm saying, a reverse into a sweep. It was just beautiful the way he did it. Like Mama, love what you said, right? And what do you say? We don't have a sack or corners. And big question: will the offense help the defense, or will the defense help the offense?
See, and that comes down to it too. I said that before. Man, when you put the defense in certain situations, those interceptions and short field, and then you go 3 and out like really fast back to back, like you're keeping the defense on the field longer and they get tired, man. You got to try to sustain some long drives to help them out. And I think it's one of those things. It's like yin and yang, man. You got to help each other out. That's 100% true. And I don't think the offense was doing that the last game in the second half.
Ramiro says Cowboys win out and Eagles lose out. Cowboys get by over Vikings and Eagles and 49ers. Oh, okay.
No,
I
whoa,
thought, I thought,
that's if
I thought they had there was two losses that we needed to happen.
the Eagles, the Vikings have to lose another one because I think they only have 3 losses. So they would have to lose another one. The Vikings would have to lose another one.
I
I'll
think
check it.
that was
I'll check it real quick.
I believe I sent you the info 2 days ago. Look at it.
Yes.
Look at it on our thread.
Yeah, so the Eagles would have to lose out. The Vikings would have to lose another one, right? And then the Niners would have to lose one more. So Vikings and Niners would have to lose. Eagles would have to lose out, and we'd have to win out.
Jose Pai says, "Puro good questions." Yes, sir, they are, man. Luckily for us, we're ready, man. We've overplayed sometimes, and that costs us. Yes, it does, man. But that I think comes with maturity. I think come next year, if I mean, regardless, if we are able to deploy a similar defense, because we don't know the coaching situation, come next year. But let's just say if it's the same coaching staff, I think I'm telling you right now, you're going to see a difference in the play in the defense because it's going to be 1 year matured. Yeah, he says Vikings has to lose. Jose Pais, let's not forget the Skins game at the end of the season. And did they choke though against the Giants? I'm just being honest, man. Playing devil's advocate here. We need to play like we did against the Vikings. That's exactly what we're saying, right? I believe it's we the Cowboys lost to the Packers, and then they came into the Red Hot Vikings, and they showed everybody what that defense was made of. So that's exactly what we're hoping for. Because if not, we already found out in the Zuniga's household ain't nobody opening any Christmas
Ain't
gift,
nobody opened a damn Christmas gift, man.
right? Let me
So
see.
who do we got?
Hold on. He says, "Who will step up in Banner Ish's absence?" It's kind of hard, man. We put our man. We've been saying, oh, Damone Clark, but oh man, it's so hard, man. Don't we have Brillo too? A linebacker by the name of Brillo that everybody was super excited about in the preseason. Black Black Bubble. We need to run the table right here, and then Black Bubble, he's laughing. But yeah, man. Overall, I like our situation that we have at hand. I think regardless, it'd be nice if we got the NFC East crown, right? Because I mean, shoot, who likes these pesky Eagles, man? Harb, is there anything else you want to add? The floor is open for
Nah, man. I think they said
the floor is
this is
open.
gonna be this is gonna be it's just gonna be an interesting game, man. I think it Minshew brings a different dynamic. I mean, he's no slouch, man. He can throw the ball too. Like that guy can sling the ball around. I don't know how he fits in the whole RPO, running the ball and stuff. He's an okay runner, but we'll just have to see what their game plan is. I honestly, man, I don't think the Eagles are even worried, to be honest, man, because it's not like I think at this point you got to think as a head coach and be like, I'm more worried about my players being healthy, man, down the stretch, because that's what it comes down to. Imagine if they lost some big time players coming down these next 3 games that really, to be honest, man, they got it locked up. There's nothing that means anything for them. I'd just be careful about injury, man. At this point, that's all you can do. So we'll see what we get, man.
Well, Senpai, he stepped up this year. Gotcha, back. He's talking about LVE, right? Because you were saying who's going to step up in LVE's plays because he's played a hell of a season. Well, will McCarthy be fired if he has another first round exit?
Yes, McCarthy will be fired.
And I don't know, man. Jerry Jones likes to hold on to these well, he held on to Jason Garrett way too long, man.
Yeah, he did.
McCarthy and Moore needs to go if we are bounced in the first round. Man, look at that. Even the Cowboys nation knows. What about the guy we picked up from the Raiders? Get him in there on defense. It's not a big game to them. Maybe bragging rights.
Yeah. It's
And
just kind of weird, man. It's not really. I know the Cowboys have more just because they're struggling. But man, it kind of sucks that the game really doesn't have a meaning to it. Like other than bragging rights, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no like let's just be honest with it. Like if the Cowboys lose or the Eagles, it doesn't change anything.
The user says that he'll be fired after this Saturday. And then Jose Pais says,
Nah.
he's Champagne. I guess, do you like Champagne? Yes, he's asking, would you like Champagne to be the
You know
Cowboys?
what? I think we talked about it before. I don't know if Sean Payton a Dak guy?
That's a good question.
Because Dak is not really a pure passer. I think Sean Payton would rather have a pure passing quarterback because of his system.
But at the same token, if you give Champagne a 5 year, let's just say next year, you know, you went through the whole process. You know, you did it exactly the way you're supposed to do, and at the very end, you felt that Champagne was the right head coach for you. That would leave you with a bridge quarterback in Dak for 2 seasons, and that would allow Champagne to pick up the quarterback he wants to develop long term. So, I mean, me personally, I've been a big Sean Payton fan
Oh
since he
yeah.
was with Romo days. So, I mean, we saw him
I thought he was going to be our next head coach after Bill Parcells, but
I
that didn't
believe
happen.
I believe he named him actually assistant that,
Yeah, he did.
and Garrett was too much of a yes man. Yeah, he was, man. He didn't know how to put his foot down. Be like, hey Jerry, just chill out, man. Let me get to the locker room before you start doing everything else. Everyone does. He said everyone would love Champagne there. Well, Dak had Garrett Ike. Well, you know, he has a point, man. Jason Garrett was a quarterback. He was a backup quarterback in the NFL for years, and he was a quarterback coach and couldn't develop. Why couldn't he develop Dak to become a better quarterback, man?
But remember, I mean, obviously, Sean Payton is more. He's him and Parcells got into it at like all the time, man.
They did.
He did because Parcells was a traditional run the ball, man. Let's run the ball. And Sean Payton was not that guy. He did not want to do that. And they always got into it. I think they did a documentary on it. And Bill Parcells said, man, he would get into it with him because all he wanted to do was pass. But I mean, Dak might fit into the system. I don't know, man. But I feel like Sean Payton would want more of a pure passer. And that's just my opinion on it. But
I will say this: the last time somebody came in and they picked their people and they had say so and who they picked, they won a Super Bowl, and that was Jimmy Johnson. Like Mama says, too much clapping. Are you calling him the clapper or what? He goes, fire more, problem solve, Adam. Anything good on TikTok, man? I've actually been focusing on YouTube, man, because you guys,
yeah, I'm worried about YouTube.
TikTok, we
I'll
love
take
you
some
though.
TikTok questions though.
Why you crack? Yeah, TikTok, come on, user. Why are you cracking up? Come on. We brought you the facts. We tell you the truth. Your offense is high school. You guys are 13-1. You know it doesn't look good without just Jalen Hurts. I'll tell you much right now.
Oh, he did have something nice to say though.
What do you say?
Hey, you guys are cool. I had fun. No hate. He'll do RPO. Oh, he's probably talking about Minshew. He
He will.
probably will. He
He
probably
will.
will, man.
He will. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, it's all love, man.
Yeah, it is, bro. All day, man. We love football, man. That's you know what I'm saying?
That's
We
all.
love football, man.
It's crazy because if you ever step into the world of the Zunigas, which I want to say thank you first off for the beautiful cap by the House of the Zuniga. Leave it to the Grinch who stole Christmas and not getting Harvey something for
Hey, I'm
Christmas.
gonna ask, hey, user 3453171165. What is the best? Because this is what I want to know. The Philly cheesesteaks are the best in Philly, right? I'm literally like 3 hours from Philly. What's the best cheese or what
Cheesesteak
is it? Cheesesteak.
sandwich.
Like, what's the name? I gotta write this down. Everybody says the Philly cheesesteaks are good there, or wherever it's at. But
Uh,
where's the actual spot? I want to
there's,
know that.
there's a place here at the outlets where dude, I'm not lying to you.
Stop, bro.
There's people in line for that place, man.
Oh, he said Jim's on South Street. I gotta write that down.
Jim's on South Street.
Jim's on South Street. Got it.
Anything in particular? Can you put some sriracha on there? Because
Nah, I don't think a Philly cheesesteak goes like that, man.
well, I'm just saying Mexicans we love salsa on everything. You ain't salsa on your
Yeah,
turkey?
I know, but I think they put jalapenos in it already. You can have
Oh,
jalapenos in it.
okay.
Jim's on South Street. I'm gonna look that up.
Jose, when you show me your name, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh
Uh,
man, hey, this looks good, Jerry. I ain't gonna lie, man.
we went Saturday. Please have an extended podcast. Yes, sir. We will. And I'm finally finding out how we could do the call-ins too. So that's gonna be really fun, man. I think Barr or Wilson would be good for LVE spot. You know what? I'm sorry, I didn't quite ask you on that. If you go back to this last game, Barr got worked. I mean, he really got worked. So yes, I think that Barr needs to step it up. He's been in the league long enough. He's been in the league the same amount of time as Dak. I think he has one season over Dak actually. But I understand that the defense may not be what he's used to. But hey, the way that Dan Quinn wants to use him, it's just man, he's not staying disciplined, and that's the thing with Anthony Barr. Uh, it's It's kind of hard, man. Right now it's gonna be Barr and it's gonna be a little bit of Clark.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be there. You know what I mean? Tamale time, Harvey. The hell with the sandwich.
I'm just saying that because I'm close to Philly, man.
Wait,
I've always
can you get tamales where you're at, Harvey?
nah, man.
There's no delias
They
there.
have no, man. They got delis only in San Antonio in the Valley. They ain't gonna. Oh, you know what though? I think my nephew is flying over here, and he's bringing some frozen ones over. So I will have delias for New Year's.
It's hard to get delias right now because with delias you have to like have ordered it a month before because they don't take orders like today or anything like that.
Yeah.
Uh, he says, Adam says, come to Houston. I got y'all. All right, all right. Next time
Hey, next time we go, man, we're gonna hit you up.
hey, I go to Houston. I do go to Houston. Uh, Joe Joe Rivers, Delia's delivers. No, do they?
Yeah, they do, bro. Don't
Well,
they?
I'll call right now. Have Zudiga, where you live
Maryland.
in the Maryland area.
Yeah.
We need someone that can move side to side.
Yes. Remember, Jerry, I'm glad they brought that up. Hey man, I've been saying this. Where's Tack McKinley at?
Been waiting. Been waiting.
Yeah, I'm saying put Sam Williams on one side, Tack on the other, bring DeMarcus Lawrence down inside, and have Micah Parsons run side of the sideline, man. I think that's what we should do.
So user finally gave up his name and he says he'll be on Saturday. All right, 30 minutes before kickoff, and we'll be on.
No, I think that's a sandwich place.
Oh, Gilly Deal.
Yeah, it's another sandwich place. I'm putting them down, man, because if I go over there, I'm definitely going to these places. The sandwiches look good.
The Elias is greater than the cheese. And, man, this is awesome, man. D Law needs to show up. Hey, D Law had actually a pretty
He
good game.
did. He did have a good
He had a
game.
pretty good game. I know he didn't come up on the scoreboard, but are
DC,
you in DC or watch this
DC.
and cover the middle gap? Ooh, and I'm talking big time. Ooh, man.
That's it, bro.
I think it's only a matter of time between before Dan Quinn starts to show, right? Like, you know, that's it for us, guys. I mean, we love the
I think user said he's gonna call in.
all right, cool.
I will call in after the game. Honestly, you guys should win on Saturday. We'll see, man. I don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Ramiro, FedEx delivers the latest tamales. Oh, I didn't know
Ooh,
that.
there you go, man.
And he goes, okay, Virginia, right? Is that what
Hey, yeah, huh? Do you like what did they say? Okay, VA. No, Maryland. I'm in Maryland.
oh, yeah.
Okay, VA.
And
Oh, maybe
D Law overplays, man, but he had a pretty good game, man. It's a
he
good
did.
time to play
No,
the
but they're right. He does, Jerry. He does overplay sometimes, man.
well, he did like against Justin Fields. That was a while back, you know. Well, that's it for us, man. Like we said, we covered the offenses. But I mean, obviously, we everybody should already be familiar with the Cowboys offense. I mean, we would tell you exactly what it is. Yes, we understand there's some issues on the offensive line. I hope Joe Philbin was able to get those corrected. And then you know, because Connor McGovern is sitting on Dak's laps,
Yeah,
and Tyler kind of has a tendency of Chihuahuas holding, right?
yeah,
What do you say, hole plugger,
yeah. Is he get Rush? I don't think he's gonna play, man. Anthony Rush.
and then he says he overplays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
D Law.
Thank you. Really like the podcast. Hey man, we really
Appreciate it.
hey, thank you for jumping on over here. That's it for us, TikTok. We'll see you guys we'll see you guys Saturday because tomorrow we're gonna be enjoying it with our fams. Thank y'all, TikTok. See you guys later. And of course, YouTube, we love y'all and see you guys kickoff. Whoa, hold on. Alex has something. Alex always does this to us, man. Right
He
when we
does.
get
He
off, he
does.
sneaks it in, man. Right there. We got you this time, Alex. It says here, Parsons said they need to do something different because they are getting the ball out faster. What do you think help with the quick passes as they have adjusted to it?
I keep saying, man, I think we need to play bump and run. Later, Joe. What's that?
Yeah. You're saying
Play bump and run.
bump and run because that brings the corner up closer.
Not only that, but that takes away at least 1 second for them to adjust. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're not just letting the receiver off the line clean. Let's bump and run them, take about a second away from them, and that gives them another 2 or 3 seconds to pass the ball. That keeps them holding the ball a little bit longer. I think that's what we should do, man. We got to do this kind of stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably going to be part of it, and then I think just letting Micah play the middle for right now, man, so he can go sideline, stop these runs. I think that's the game plan for me.
I like the approach, man. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Interesting game. Storylines. We'll definitely have the final injury report on Saturday. Everything is still up in the air on certain players. Man up and blitz more. Let's go.
I
Yes,
agree with it.
that's 100%, man. Why don't we blitz enough? We don't blitz enough. We don't. But if we would have been deploying this like at the beginning, or at least halfway in the halfway point of the season to now, it would look so much better. And take him off the boss big line and take. Yeah, for sure, man. That's it for us, right, Herb?
Yep, that's it, man.
Hey, have your Christmas ready on Christmas Eve, man.
I will. I'll have it on, baby.
All right, guys. Thank you all.